podcast.
It's
What's
on
that?
Podcast. What's over at French? Hey guys, welcome. Hi Phoenix, see you out there. Looks like that one weird kid. Hi, that one weird kid. Looks like you're out there.
Where?
I don't know who that is, but they sound
Where?
incredibly
They
handsome.
sound incredibly weird. Yeah. So Phoenix, thanks for joining us tonight. This is, I know, like when we originally scheduled all this stuff, we didn't realize that this was going to be Easter, but who cares? Honestly, who gives a shit? So we're gonna play because that's
70% of the population,
roll.
probably.
That's how, yeah, Jeebus, who cares? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get this thing rolling, and very curious to see where tonight's gonna go. Welcome
The hell in a handbasket.
to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and this is K17, Seance 9. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Ben.
Do you mean you or you me?
Say you, say me, say it together. Oh, I can't remember this.
Everybody likes cheese.
Everybody likes cheese. Lupine as Rosa.
Cheese.
I love me some cheese. And Matt as Diego.
You bring the cheese, I'll bring the film. It's right here under my jacket.
You got the peaches, I got the... Anyway,
I
that's
got
a
the
different
film.
song. That's a different... Yeah, I got the video recorder. No. All right, guys. Well, welcome back. Yeah, we're going to continue on with Seance 9, and we'll see where this leads us. Because fiction bleeds through to reality as the found footage film sends unwelcome tendrils into our world in an attempt to infect others. Bewitched. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Ben accepts an invitation from the mysterious movie star who promises she can reignite the long dormant powers within him, only to find out that her connection to the old ones might not be as reliable as she claims. A plethora of posters, billboards, and bus ads eventually lead Diego to 6660 Hollywood Boulevard, where he discovers a theater that harbors more than just popcorn and silver screen matinees, which rhymes with mayonnaise. Despite stellar lockpicking skills, Rosa is unable to plumb the secrets in Lilith's personal study, but a thorough search of the second and third stories sheds more light on her aversion to a certain snack cake. Above the Hollywood hills, still miles away and yet unseen, dark storm clouds begin to amass, moving ever so gradually in our investigators' direction. It is late morning, Friday, April 21st. Ben has been left alone in a secret attic at the very peak of Lilith Devereaux's mansion, communing with an elder god. Diego bursts through emergency exit doors into an alleyway behind Star Theater, attempting to abscond with a stolen reel of film filched from their projector. Rosa and Harcourt sneak back downstairs at the cultist compound, hoping to avoid detection by Otto, the Doberman thing, or the twin thugs roaming the ground floor. Sounds a little bit like a video game, to be honest. Ben.
All right.
On one hand, you're totally shocked that the great and powerful Thaculmoo has turned out to be the voice of Eugene Eubanks. On the other hand, it makes more sense than actual cosmic beings from other planets talking to Lilith. But how was his voice inside your head?
Mm-hmm.
Was this some kind of witchcraft spell? Before you can give voice to your concerns, Yu speaks up again. Hey, look, Ben, we don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, just for argument's sake, let's say my dad was a magician back in the day.
Your dad's not a magician.
Oh, don't just say it out loud. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought we were doing arguments.
Yeah, we're doing argument's sake. Okay, yeah, you play devil's advocate. But get this. My dad wasn't just like one of those dime store illusionists, all right? No, he was the real deal. I don't know exactly how he learned what he learned, but that man did more than pull a rabbit out of his hat. Anyway, when he passed, I had a crew move all his stuff into the studio basement and forgot about it for a few years. Then curiosity got the better of me and I started digging. Even though he always wanted me to stay away from his collection, as he called it. I'm not much of a reader, so I skipped all the book stuff, but I did find this weird paperweight carved from a single piece of blue-black rock with a bunch of sides to it. I think he called it like a trapezohedron or something like that. Anyways, when I touched it, I could hear these voices coming from far away. They sounded warbly, like underwater. At first, I was scared. Then, the more time I spent with it, the more I began to understand. The voices were asking me for help. And they weren't just voices. They were people. One day, a really loud voice called out. Said her name was Lilith. She asked if I was an elder god. Ageist much? Before I knew what I was doing, I told her I was the great and powerful Thaculmoo from Dimension X. It was kind of an inside joke, really. You see, my dad would often reference something called Cthulhu and his magic tricks. But when I was a little boy, I couldn't say it right, so it always come out as Thaculmoo. Made my dad laugh anyway. So this Lilith dame goes on to explain she's a gug trapped in an actress's body and wants my help to transfer her essence to a younger broad. It's all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I figure it's harmless and why not roll with it, you know? So I gave her some mumbo-jumbo chant I heard my dad say from time to time, and she seems happy. We keep the party line open, so to speak. Pretty soon, she's spilling the beans on even more Looney Tunes. How she made a movie, and anybody who sees it falls under her spell, like she's some kind of witch or whatnot. How she's got an army of skinheads training at her house. How when more folks see her flick, those ranks will grow. Now, I'm starting to get nervous because that's some Manson family bullshit. Thinking it might be time to hang up the magic phone, you know?
I think it's beyond that.
Dude, you telling me what? All that went out the window when I got cockswaddled the other day. I asked around afterward. Sorry. Cockswaddle. For free from behind. I asked around afterward. One of our neighbors next to the studio saw a 1962 Cadillac in the vicinity about the time that I got whacked. Checked with some of the newsies and layabouts downtown. They spotted the same car heading into Beverly Hills. Boom. Now I got an address. Wouldn't you know it? It's a big old piece of property registered to Lilith Devereaux. Go figure. But why did she have me banged up? At first I thought she figured out who I was at the end of the line, at the other end of the line. But the artifact was still safe and sound. Did she have her goons take something else? Best plan, I figure, is to sit by the paper, wait, and see if she calls again. Try to get more info. Now, here you are. Look, bottom line, kiddo. Lilith might or might not be a creature from beyond time and space squeezed into a size 6 dress, but she is nuttier than Mr. Peanut with a case of blue balls. Plus, she's got some grade A beef with USDA-approved muscle and a cult to back up her special blend of crazy juice. You and your friends are in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd try to find a way out of there as soon as possible.
Is there anything you can do to help us? I mean, I'm at the top of this house right now in a hidden room, and she's right outside, and everybody else is trapped here.
I'll try to see if I can get anybody to help out here, but I understand, there was some incident down at one of the police stations, so I think they're going to be out of commission for a while.
Yeah, that's where I came from.
Oh, maybe don't say anything. I know this isn't a party line, but don't say stuff out loud like that. Just
my FBI agent is listening.
Yes, are the feds listening? You have to tell me if you're listening. Anyways, one last thing. Word on the street is there's a super secret film premiere tonight at Star Theater with all the big name distributors, producers, and directors in attendance. If I were a betting man, I'd wager my 2 mortgages that Lilith's brainwashing movie is the one being shown.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, if you can get out of there, if you're able, meet me there after dark, all right?
She thinks I'm going to learn this magic that she can do. And I don't think I can do it.
Wait, you kind of breaking up a little bit, but are you there? But things are kind of
Horizon in about 10 years.
My signal is dropping. I can't really. And then
Thanks for nothing, you.
His voice leaves the inside of your head, and you're sitting there in silence.
Lucidity.
Oh,
Small room.
Not total silence.
Oh boy. I'm sitting down. It's nice and quiet. I'm going to try to clear my mind and clear my thoughts. And I'm going to try to reach out to Rosa.
Ooh, I like this.
I'm going to try to reconnect my reach.
Okay. Let's take a peek here at your character sheet.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to play
the reach. Yeah, so you have a 10% chance. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll that? I'll let you.
Plus my bonus modifier for being meditating and for talking with you threw a blue stone. I
think we're good at this point. 10%.
You said change it to 100? Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Center yourself. I needed a 10. I rolled a 95.
Yes. So you reach out, attempting to establish that familiar contact with Rosa. And
so good news is it's not a fumble.
It's good news. And for a moment, you think you have reached her. You think you feel that line of communication connect with your friend. But then the presence on the other end feels cold and alien. And in your mind is a quick flash of Kyle's face. And then your reach tendril retracts as if it had been attacked. Snaps back into the pineal gland in the center of your forehead. You feel an intense pain, a headache that you've never experienced before this. And all you can think of is Kyle.
And getting my ass to Mars.
And get your ass to Mars. And you unwillingly, instinctively burst into tears. And I think
understandable.
We'll leave you there.
Thanks. Leave me at my most vulnerable. Yes. Bye. Good luck.
I like it. Now the fun part. Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
What's up, bro?
Bright sunlight from above momentarily blinds you as a loud clamoring bell announces your exit. From behind, inside the theater, you hear the unmistakable pitter-patter of running as someone gives chase. The alleyway is narrow, with many corridors that weave around the other buildings on this block. As you take a firm grasp on the film reel, you've only got two things to consider: which direction to take and how fast you can run. In roll 20, I'm going to move you to the chase screen.
Do I have
Watch
to
out
roll
for the alligators.
bravado? Oh.
So you are being chased by Skelos. I've already gone through the trouble of comparing your move rates and all that stuff. The only thing we need to do, let's see here, chase generator, we got that. Boom, boom, boom.
One word I think of when I think of Diego is not chased.
It is not chased. Yeah. Exactly right. So in the cheat sheets, we do have a chase on foot cheat sheet. So we're going to go ahead and do that right off the bat. So I'm going to need you to make a Constitution roll.
There it is.
That's a spy head, you silly.
There it is. Oh,
I needed a 60. I rolled a 1. That is a critical success.
Shit.
Oh,
okay. That is
and
excellent.
you're on the street.
All right. Let's see what Skelos
Teleportation
does.
powers activate.
Skelos is also going to make a con roll. Let's see where he ends up.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh.
Con. So is that the green or the purple one? I can't remember.
Green.
Thank you.
Is the simplified.
Boom. He needed a 65, rolled a 79. So yeah, you actually have a really big advantage on him. So you're going to be moving at, you get one move rate just for basically your dex and all that. But you get a +1 and he gets basically a -1. So you get to basically take 2 actions to his 1 action. So that's how that's going to pan out for you.
Nice.
So you actually do have a pretty big advantage here. So as you know, with Chase, you can move ahead. Let me bring that back up. Boop,
Move back, man.
Move it back. So your move actions.
I'm going towards him to confuse him.
Yeah, exactly. Boom, boom, boom. So add 1 move for slower participant. Blah blah blah. So yeah, basically he's going to have one move action, and you're going to have 3. Or no, 2. I'm sorry, 2. Well, but the difference is going to be -1. So actually, you get 3.
Oh yeah.
So you have a really big advantage on this. So your actions during a chase, you can spend 1 move action. You have 3. Keep that in mind. You can move forward 1 move per action. If you want to be cautious, you can do 1 location, and you get a plus that uses 2 moves. But then you can use a +1 bonus die if you encounter something, essentially, or whatever you want to do. You can attack him. You can cast a spell, which we know you don't have spells, but you can perform some other action. So you can do like pick locks or whatever. So those are the things that you can do. And so right off the bat, I think we go in order of dexterity. And what is your dexterity currently?
70. 80. Wow.
80. And he has a 65. So you're going to go off right off the bat. You're going to go before he does. So that's good news. So you have 3 actions. What would you like to do?
Step back, punch him in the face, step forward.
Well, you have to step back 2 because he actually starts, Diego starts 2 in front of Skelos.
Right. That'd be funny.
So
Step back 2, punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But then you stay there. Yeah.
I'm not gonna punch him in the face. That'd be rude.
You do have time to taunt if you'd like to taunt and then move to.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the remaining ho-ho out of my pocket, slip my foot into the emergency exit door, and before it closes, just smear the ho-ho all over the emergency exit bar so he won't want to touch it, and then I'm going to slam the door shut.
Okay.
That's smart.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we've already started the chase. So actually, I like this. So let's go ahead and do this. So you go ahead and do that. And so what do we think that would be as far as a skill check? As far as slamming the door shut and all that.
Rub one out? No, that's probably
it could be just simple dex.
Yeah, probably dexterity because he's just
Okay. All right. Do you want to use an additional thing to make that a bonus die?
Nah. We'll see what happens.
Okay. So,
I like to live on the edge.
Okay. So you're using 1 action for this, right?
Yes.
So basically, you're smearing and yeah. So go ahead and roll a dex.
I needed an 80. I rolled a 39. That's a hard success.
Boom. So yeah, you went ahead and smeared the door and shut it behind you. And now you have 2 additional move actions.
Aha! Suck on that, Skeletor. And then
that
I'm
was
going
1.
to...
No.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
You hear from the inside that they're, my name is Skelos.
Until next time.
I'm just going to kind of go this way, and I'm going to turn to my right and start running.
Okay. So that is south on the grid there, right?
Yep.
Cool. And are you going to go cautiously, or are you going 1 action?
We're sprinting.
Sprinting.
This is 1
All right.
action.
Excellent. So you move 1, and you have 1 more action.
Look at the evil look on his face.
Oh, see, that's what scares me. I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to waste the space that I'm trying to get from him.
Sure. And so you have 1 action. You can either go left, sort of northeast, or southeast.
We'll go southeast.
Southeast. Okay. So you encounter the first of our
alligator.
In the middle of the road.
What the hell?
What?
So yeah, you have actually there are some exposed pipes here, and you are going. So you turn the corner, and the alleyway has a bunch of exposed pipes, and because you're running pell-mell, there is danger that you might actually be hurt during this passing through these.
Impalement.
So what's that?
Impalement,
yeah. Well, I mean,
Fatality.
he could be hurt no matter what. So I'm going to move this to the map layer, so you should be able to see that now. So exposed pipes. And so this is going to require a dodge from you, or you will suffer 1 hit point of damage.
I needed a 40. I rolled a 13. That's a hard success.
Excellent. This is Diego, the legend of Diego here. He's actually doing his shit. So
New on Disney Plus.
New on Disney Plus. It's the Legend
of Diego.
So
I feel like we're playing a lute or something.
Exactly. So you actually get to you move through. I shouldn't put you there because I don't get you too far ahead. But you may move through that with no issues. So that is the end of your 3 turns. Poor little Skelos only has 1, so he's going to move forward 1. And then it is your turn for the next one.
Did he hit the pipes?
What's that?
Did he hit the pipes?
No. If you're looking on the chase,
I am. It was a joke.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Did he have trouble with the ho-ho?
No, actually, he did not. You hear behind you the theater exit door slam open very loudly, and a hiss as something is scampering along the alleyway behind you. And it sounds strange because you would have expected that Skelos would have been, saying something the entire time. But you hear his feet on the cobblestones of the alleyway, but then that sound changes, and you hear it almost as if it's on the wall, and he's on all 4s.
Diego, better turn around and see what happened.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm going to go back and check this out because it sounds really
Yeah.
Didn't hurt you.
You never know what's out there, man.
Here's your film back. I'm sorry.
So yeah,
friends?
it is your turn.
I'm going to just keep moving forward here because there's no time like the present.
All right. So caution or no caution?
No caution.
All right. So you move forward 1. And then you have, what's your next move?
We're just going to no caution for another move forward.
And you do indeed hit another row of exposed pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Who approved the building code for this shit?
Right?
Where are the
Exactly.
inspectors?
Map. Maybe that didn't actually go to map layer. There we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that I did move it. All right. So yeah, your second move, you again encounter some exposed pipes, and you need another dodge to avoid them.
What if I have a Chevy? Does that count?
No.
That definitely counts.
I needed a 40. I rolled a
Ooh.
62, which is a failure.
All right. So you will take 1 point of damage as one of the exposed pipes rips a tear in your arm.
Ooh.
Ow.
Blood seeps out onto the cobblestones in the alleyway. And I am going to need you to make a D3 roll.
Okey-dokey.
You can do D6
Got
minus 2. Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
All right. So you basically lose 1 move action. So you're delayed. That's your lost.
You're done.
Thing. So we're going to leave you there because you can't do anything else. You can't move forward. Skelos is going to move forward, and then it is now your turn.
All right. Normally I'd be a little more concerned with, opening up my arm on a rusty pipe, but I'm holding on to a reel of
Pain
film.
don't hurt.
Big ass Skelos if he has a tetanus shot. Just hanging around.
Hey, Skeletor, I need a tetanus shot. You got one?
No, Skeletor, you service.
Damn you, He-Man!
I'm going to keep moving forward.
All right. So you only have 1 direction now, unless you want to loop back.
They broke up.
So
I'm going to start running in circles to confuse.
yeah, exactly. Are you normal move sprinting?
We're going to be a little careful this time. I'm a little still moving forward, but I want to be like, oh man.
Jogging.
Got it. So you use 2 move actions to move 1 space, and now you can see. Looks like you're probably in the home stretch to the end, and yeah. So you've got 1 move action left.
I'm gonna take it, and we're gonna move forward.
All right, and that is when you encounter the next hazard.
More
It's alligator
pipes.
pipes.
God damn.
This is actually a very large fence, very
shit.
high fence.
Painted to look like an alligator.
Yeah, painted to look. It has an alligator
How high is it?
graffiti on it.
Smoking weed.
So,
Or is it like
yeah, you're gonna
doing
need
something harder?
you're gonna need to climb roll on this, buddy.
Ah, lovely. Oh, I needed a 20. I rolled a 29.
Ben, that luck.
That's 9 points of luck, though, man.
Do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
said the lady who has no luck.
That's one.
I
You're a
spent
terrible
like
influence.
all my luck. Do it.
Push the roll.
let's
push
see
the
that.
roll.
Yeah, no. I'll spend the 9 points of luck to get over
Holy
the
shit!
fence.
Okay, what's that take you down to?
47?
All right, that's not too bad. That's not
Huh.
terrible. All right, so you spend the luck. You essentially scale the fence as best you can, but it's much higher than you anticipated, and because of the rent in your arm, you kind of slip a little bit, and you sort of skid down the fence a half foot before you catch yourself, and your right arm is feeling a bit weak. So you hoist yourself to the top of the fence and throw the canister of the film over so that you don't have to keep that tucked under anymore. It clatters on the ground in the alleyway on the other side of the fence, and you hear behind you another hiss from Skelos as he pushes forward
Oh, that's
in a
cheating.
last burst of trying to reach you. And you manage to
I
hoist
call
yourself.
cheatsies.
You manage to hoist yourself over the fence and pick up the canister. And you can see now you can see the street, and you can actually see a bus
Ah,
just pulling up
We have
to
900 buses in LA.
900 buses. But at the end of this alleyway, you see a bus stop, and a bus is just now braking to pick up some folks.
Your high skill in public transport is helping out.
So yeah, you do that, and then now it is your turn.
I'm going to take a second to make sure the film canister is okay. I'm going to dust myself off, take a deep breath, and I'm just going to keep sprinting.
All right. So we'll take you to the very end here, and the only thing I'm going to need from you is a jump to get onto the bus in
Oh,
time,
God.
but you just don't have to fumble, is all.
All right.
Push the roll. Oh,
I needed a 20. I rolled a 62, which is a failure, but not a fumble.
So describe your last
You just
few...
like face plant on the stairs.
Yeah, describe your last few feet of sprinting into the bus and making it just in time.
Sprinting down the alley, hold my hand up. Wait, just one. Hold the butt. I need to get. And then I'm just gonna up the stairs. With my one free hand, grab the pole at the top and kind of swing the corner, and then run smack into some dude who was just standing there waiting to find a seat.
Nice. And the bus doors close. The bus rumbles away from the bus stop, and you see Skelos almost ready to burst out into the sidewalk, but he hesitates. He stays within the shadows of the alleyway and watches you his eyes lock onto yours as you
I'm just gonna make sure he sees me flipping him off as the bus rolls away.
as you ride away on the bus, flipping him off. And hopefully you're on a bus that is going in the right direction. Why don't you give me a luck roll? I don't know.
Let's go to Lilith's house.
I didn't know she had a bus straight to her
Oh
place.
shit!
I needed a 47. I rolled a 15. That's a hard
Nice.
success.
So as
Nice.
luck would have it, Diego, this is actually heading. You take a few moments to check it out, but you are heading exactly on the route to Ricky's, where you have an appointment with Lindsay to meet for lunch. All right.
Yes.
I will be right back, and we'll pick up with Rosa.
Me too. We're not meeting about anything.
So,
Okay. I'm. Yeah.
see, normally this is where we'd fill in with the Matt and Gabe show, but since
Right.
Gabe isn't here anymore,
Well, do you want to do a Matt and Lupite show?
yeah, I'm down. If we want to start.
Okay.
We can do the Matt and
Okay.
Lupine show.
Matt and Lupine show. There's our theme song.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Hey,
So, about that Back for Blood we were doing last night. That was a good time.
killed some zombies.
Oh yeah, kill a lot of
What?
zombies.
What?
What?
Yep. What? What?
On Easter?
Nothing.
Technically, Jesus was a lich, not a zombie.
It was
Kill-
zombie weekend.
Yeah.
What are you
Fire
meeting with Lindsay about?
axes.
Rocky? Or Diego? Somebody? Memories. Memories of all the
don't remember.
characters.
Apparently, I apparently decided to agree to meet with her at some point. I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am. All right.
Mhm.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and continue on here. Rosa,
Yeah.
you slink. Hi. You slink down to the second story, just managing to reach the bottom of the steps when you hear two sets of footsteps marching up from the ground floor. Before they can turn the corner on the switchback landing, Harcourt wordlessly pulls you behind heavy drapes that hang in front of a barred window. The both of you hold your collective breath as the unseen pair reach the landing where you're hiding not 20 feet away, but then continue up to the next level. You feel an oddly familiar twinge in the center of your forehead as they pass by. Moments later, they and the phantom pain recede. Harcourt lets out a wavering sigh. Come on, let's get while the getting's good. He slides out from behind
was
the
that?
curtain. He slides out from behind the curtain and begins slouching down the stairs to the first floor.
All right. I'm going to follow.
All right. So, yeah, you guys essentially make your way down. There are no other people on the staircase. You make your way down to the landing, and everything is quiet downstairs. You've pretty much got free reign to go wherever you like to.
How about home?
What if is there anybody watching CC?
Well, right now you're on the stairs, so you don't really know.
Okay.
I mean, you
Okay,
assume that's
so-
where you left those guys. So
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm just gonna I'd like to peek my head back into that room.
into the cathedral, the chapel.
Yeah. we should be close to it, right? I think.
Yeah, you're just down the hallway from it. So yeah, you leave the switchback landing, go down to the very bottom of the steps into the ground floor. On the right-hand side is the entry to the kitchen, where you hear a lot of clattering. It sounds like people are cleaning up after breakfast, potentially. Probably some of the cult. And then down a short hallway, you do see the entrance to the chapel.
Okay. We're going to the chapel. We're going to get married.
No, Rosa, I'm too young to get married right now. Shouldn't we be doing something else? I mean,
Okay.
You're talking about Cece. I'm sorry.
We could try.
I forgot.
We could just try breaking out. How about that?
Yeah, we could break up right now, I suppose.
What a way to break up.
Break up?
In
What'd you
chapel.
say? Break out?
A podcast?
We should
Yeah.
do a podcast
Break
together.
out.
Yeah. Wait, that doesn't exist here in the 70s yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's a podcast?
I don't know.
All right. So I would like to creep over to the doorway of the chapel and just like poke my head in.
All right. And Harcourt follows you the entire way, just right behind you. Do, 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 boop, 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 boop. And he's right behind you as you peek your way in. And there is exactly what you expect. Cece is still in the same spot. It looks like maybe she's gone to sleep because her head is slumped forward on her chest. And Otto is playing some sort of game, jumping up and down with the twin brick walls over at the far side.
Okay. They're not really far enough away. She's tied up, right?
Yeah, she's bound to the crucifix.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like I would have to get her untied somehow. I think it's not gonna fly. Okay, I'll sigh and turn around to Harcourt. I guess what are we supposed to do? What do you do all day?
Oh, well, I've only been here like a day, so I just tried to blend in. I mean, that's kind of
Okay.
the only option, really. But I mean, I think we've got a little bit of information, but what do we do with it? I mean, we know that she's like, for some reason, she doesn't like ho-hos.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could sneak into the kitchen later to see if we could like put hose in something.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've actually got a little bit of a stash there. I guess we could try it.
Yeah, but it sounds like there's a bunch of people in the kitchen right now, so maybe
yeah.
that's not a good idea right now.
No, you're right. Yeah, we should probably wait till it dies down a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
before lunch or whatever.
Okay. So I guess we could go like hang out in
To
our
Disney
quarters.
World? Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't think we can go to
big
Disney World
Jedi's.
just yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess we could go downstairs and hang out in the quarters. Those people
like-
make me really nervous, though. Like, they're all about, like, oh, let's get people and we're going to take over the world. And it's
Have
really
you
weird
explored the
people.
rest of this floor?
The ground floor?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's the chapel, there's the kitchen, and there's all these weird little antechambers, sitting rooms that no one uses. I mean, that's all I've figured out so far.
Let's go look around.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, I think up towards the front of the house there's like a big sort of like game room. It's really weird. It has like a bunch of different like categories. Have you ever heard of categories? Was that even a thing? Categories? It may not have been a thing, but it's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a dice. It's red.
I don't know. I have no idea what that is, but let's try it.
Have you heard of Risk? It's this cool game. Come on. We got like 4 hours, right? Come on. We can do this.
Yeah.
88 first categories.
88. Yeah, that makes sense.
10 more years.
How about Risk though? That was probably like
I think Risk was the 50s. Yeah, because I had like all the
Cold
countries.
War.
Yep.
I think a game similar to Risk has probably existed for a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
But only in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Kamchatka.
True.
I knew it.
All right.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Let's check it out.
Let's go look at the game room.
Are you tired, Rosa? Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel like I
sleepy?
need to. I don't know. I need to take a nap. Or
We
something.
should hit the kitchen and get some coffee real quick. It's free.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it's
could-
cult. All the coffee's free.
Yeah.
That's the one good thing.
Coffee and ho-hos. That sounds good.
That does sound good, right? Yeah. Let's get some coffee. And he slinks in, but he's still like in that sort of like Scooby-Doo mode where he's hunched over and walks into the kitchen. All the people look at him, but he's still like, don't.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes up to.
So he just to be clear, he's doing the sneaking thing, but everybody's staring.
Yeah,
at him.
everybody's staring at him. Yeah, they know exactly. Like they're like, what the fuck is he doing? And he goes up to the coffee maker. It's an old-fashioned percolator, and pours a couple cups of coffee, and then does the same thing. Don't. Try not to wobble the cups of coffee.
Be careful, Harcourt. You're gonna spill the coffee.
Don't do it. You're gonna make me spill it. It's hot.
Oh no!
Oh Jesus Christ!
Don't spill it.
Oh, that sounds like a roll, actually. So, Rosa, why don't you go ahead and give me
Harcourt roll for not fucking up.
No, we'll not do that because it's you that is actually encouraging him to not do it. So that sounds like
crap.
I would say it's a persuade.
Yeah.
All right.
Or intimidate if she's in a
Give me a
pissy mood.
persuade roll. If you're fucking with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, that is exactly a success with a 59 and 59.
nicely done. So
Put a
yeah,
check mark next to that.
put a check mark. Yep, absolutely.
That's
And
a good
so yeah, you're torn between wanting to antagonize him and intimidate him to actually spill it, because it'd be very funny if he did spill it right about now. But you know, your better self comes to the fore, and he's
also ostensibly my friend.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And you do encourage him, just as you can see the level of the coffee is like to the left, to the right. It's almost breaching the lip of the cup.
Yeah,
and
he does little waltz.
Yeah. And just as he reaches you and extends the cup of coffee, the level evens out and is calm, and he seems very proud of himself. And he goes for the high five.
Oh no.
And he gives you a high five.
I look at the elbow. Does that
Look
make
at
me
the
roll any better?
Actually, it does. Yeah. So give me a dex roll, but you can take a bonus.
Yay!
And you hit his elbow.
So wait, should I just roll it twice?
Roll a dex, and then you roll a d10 if it needs improvement.
Okay.
Oh, you
Well, that
got
was
it.
a success. So.
Didn't even need it.
There you go. Lovely.
49 under 50.
Lovely. So, yep, you managed to both look at the elbows and do a perfect high five, and then take a sip of coffee and move along your way to the
Move along.
room.
Move along.
And as soon as you get to the quote unquote game room, which is a very dusty room that has sheets over everything, a fine layer of dust, but he manages, Harcourt pulls back some of the sheets to show you this little enclave of board games, some of which are like made of wood, not, they're not encased in cardboard. They actually have wooden cases. You do see Monopoly and backgammon and so forth.
In Risk.
And Risk, yes.
From 1957.
1957, thank you. And Kamchatka, it actually is called Kamchatka, though. It's not called Risk back then.
Mm.
I just made that up.
The legally distinct.
I like it.
Yes, legally distinct.
Yeah.
Kamchatka.
Legally stinks.
It legally stinks.
Yeah.
And,
Harker, what's that spell?
He's like, come on. And he ducks down underneath some of the dusty sheets that he has pulled back to lead you into a little place where you guys can play a game if you'd like.
Or make a fort.
Well, yep.
Yeah. Let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
Would you like to play a game?
Tricycle rolls out.
Oh, shit. I fucking saw.
Don't look now, Harker, you change your radiator.
And that's when you hear a clatter of footsteps running down the stairs from above.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And we'll go ahead and leave you there for now.
Bye. I'm upstairs crying.
And the camera changes.
I'm crying upstairs.
So, Ben, you managed to wrangle your emotional outburst enough to understand the predicament that you're possibly in. And you feel like you need to move ahead and figure this out. You have one directive, and that is to meet you at the theater at dark.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
I'd like to meet him at the theater at dark. Thank you. Next.
Yep.
Over meeting him at the theater at dark.
Star Theater, I'm assuming?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That
Because he
is-
has a theater. So
that
I'm
is
just
what
making
he
sure.
said. Star
Okay.
Theater.
I was crying. I didn't hear
What'd you say?
him. Who it is? Okay, so the circular window that's painted black in front of me, I'm going to open that up and
This ain't Fortnite, baby.
if I'm
And
the
you
A
fall
button
3
to jump
stories
through.
and die.
Oh, maybe that's the next season. Fortnite, baby.
Yeah.
We're all babies.
I'm going to pull out my pickaxe and go ding, 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 ding. Bust through. Okay.
the ride.
Poof. This is not going to be fun. I was hoping to have some powers by now.
Yeah, maybe the whole old ones thing didn't pan out so well.
Yeah. Or at all.
Yeah.
All right, then. Let's see. Let me check something real quick here.
12.
Nope. And that won't work either. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not going to wipe my face off. I'm going to
So your mascara is like, oh, you're the
Yup.
crow.
Yep.
Recognize.
And I'm going to walk to the door and open it up and step out.
All right. So you open the door. It's actually a short staircase that goes down from the attic to the fourth floor. And the door is there. You open it. And you're back in behind the screen that hides the secret door to the attic.
All right. I'm going to look around each way and see if I see an emergency exit anywhere. On the fourth floor.
yeah, on the fourth floor. So you step from behind the screen into the theater, which is what the fourth floor essentially is. And you're surprised that there is no sign of Lilith. Appears to be completely empty. Like any theater, you see rows of chairs pointing your way because you're behind the screen.
Yeah.
And
start performing.
Yeah. And you look around and you see, that's basically it. At the rear of the room is the projector set up. Looks like it has a reel of film in it. And beyond that are the stairs leading back down to the third floor.
Okay. I'm going to go check out the projector.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it is completely fed and primed to show a small reel of something.
I'm going to look at the reel and see if I can make out what it says.
You don't see any writing on it.
Well, that's not very nice. How's anybody going to know what it is?
Maybe if you hold a match up really close to it, you'll be able to see what it is.
Yeah, let's see what I got in my inventory. Oh, yeah, nothing.
Oh, man.
Cops
Ask her
took
if you can
everything.
borrow a match.
Where did this flamethrower come from?
Oh my.
It is rather dim in here. Obviously, they keep the theater nice and dark for showing films.
Yeah.
And it looks like the projector is plugged in.
Huh. I'm going to
Unplugged
fumble around not
projector.
knowing projectors and see if I can find the switch. I feel a metal toggle switch. So I flick it up.
And sure enough, the movie starts to show on the screen in front of you.
Not behind me?
And it shows what is clearly some sort of promotional reel. It says Hostess Brands copyright 1967. And then there's a man standing there, a heavyset man. Looks like he has a crew cut, dressed in a suit, tie, standing in front of what looks like some sort of bakery behind him, but it could have been a fake bakery just sort of projected behind him.
Yeah.
And then
Soundstage.
from the speakers, you hear the soundtrack kick in. And it says, "Hello, commercial grocery owners. My name is Big Denny. You may remember me from such promotional films as Sweet Smoke, Candy Cigarettes Are Here to Stay, and Hippie Sippy Will Try Anything Once." Now, I'm here to tell you about a new Hostess product that's sure to fly off the shelves of your store. You see this chocolatey treat? Well, you'd be forgiven if you mistook it for a Swiss roll. No siree, Bob. This is our latest snack cake, the Ho-Ho. At 10 cents retail per package, you can expect to make approximately 4 to 6 cents per sale based on volume. Sound good? It is good. Each treat is chock full of sugar, water, corn syrup, flour, cocoa, and one very special ingredient, ferrous sulfate.
Love. Oh.
Know what that is? Why, it's just plain old reduced iron. A lot of it, in fact. About 10% of the recommended daily allowance. That's a lot of iron. Now, you can expect the inventory to be ready to ship in time for Halloween this year, so get your orders in early. Together, we will share profit and keep Hostess customers smiling as long as they brush their teeth, that is. And then music plays it out.
Flip,
And flip.
I yell, again! Play it again!
Encore,
Oh, wait, it's me.
encore.
I'm
Free
like, well,
bird.
that's weird. Wonder why there's a promo for Ho-Hos. Because I don't know any of the stuff yet. So I flip the switch, click, and put my hands in my pocket and go. On my way out of the theater.
Nothing suspicious here, officer.
Nothing
at all.
suspicious.
It did strike me as strange, though, so it's embedded in my cerebral
Walk
cortex.
casual.
Nice. Very good. All right. So, and then I assume you head down to the 3rd floor.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Awesome.
Whistling.
Yeah, whistling. Of course, whistling. Why not? Diego,
Hi.
the bus drops you off at Ricky's.
Oh.
You're a little early.
I'm going to hop to the corner store across the street,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to pick up some like gauze so I can kind of bandage up my arm, and I'm going to pick up a lighter while I'm there as well.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you do. You easily do. The attendant at the corner grocery store is like, "Oh, are you okay? You hurt your arm? It looks a little bloody like."
Oh yeah. Oh, just kids being kids. You know how we are these days.
Oh yeah, when I was a
Stab, stab,
kid,
stab.
I would take like my bike and jump all kinds of things, and we would get into tumbles and things and the
Oh, yeah.
sprockets, and they'd rip you
Oof.
up and God blood.
I mean,
Oh,
And I
jeez.
lost
You would
my
not
shoes.
believe the number of alleyways around here that are just full of
Oh,
just
don't
rusted
get me
pipes just
started
sticking
about
out
the
of walls.
alleyways. Oh God, they're just like death traps. What are you gonna do with that
Terrible.
lighter? I don't. Should I sell this to you?
I'm going to a concert later. I need it. We're gonna do the
Oh.
thing where you wave them back and forth. You know.
Oh, what's the
I just don't
concert?
care.
Free bird. What?
We're gonna go see.
Frampton Comes Alive. I think that's 78, isn't it?
No helping him.
Oh,
Let him dig his own hole, please.
okay. Alanis Morissette.
So, who are you gonna see tonight? What is playing?
Everyone's been talking about it.
Ah.
It's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
Swift.
Who could it be?
They're on the radio all the time.
The radio. Yes. It's not. No, it can't be Genesis, right?
That might be what it is. I'm just having one of those moments where your brain goes a little bit.
I have
wobbly
one
and
of
you
those
can't- you can't
moments as
quite-
well. Yeah. Well, see, I'm trying to think like fire safety and everything, and you sure you can't give me a name of some random group
I maybe
without googling anything, just off the top of your head?
Chuck Berry.
I wasn't alive during this time. I don't know what you want from me.
3.
Well, you could also just make it up, and then we'll still roll.
Oh, you're right. I'm taking suggestions from the audience. If anybody out there has anything they want, I'm here right now. What do you
Excuse me.
got? What do you got, guys?
I see Iron Lilith. Iron Fae. That sounds pretty good. That sounds heavy.
They're called internal screaming.
I'm not familiar with them, but God, they sound hardcore.
It's
Not
great.
as opposed to hardcore. They sound hardcore.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. So the lighters are a requirement to get into the show.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see that sweet roll then. That sounds to me like a persuade, doesn't it, guys? Or fast talk,
Yeah.
maybe. Could be fast talk.
It's
Sounds like
the
fast
lower-
talk. Honestly, it
It's
sounds like
the
fast
lower
talk.
of the two.
It sounds like fast talk.
I needed a
Fast
54. I rolled a
talk.
98. That's a failure.
We're getting a little low on inventory, and you look a little strange. I never heard of that internal screaming, so I think I'm gonna keep these. Why don't you be on your way?
Would this help you change your mind? And I'm gonna kind of slide a $1 bill across the counter.
That looks like counterfeit to me. You keep that, young. Is this Monopoly money, or is this from that new game, Kamchatka?
Kamchatka.
All right, you might want to roll away from here. I gotta close up shop soon, and I don't want to call the cops on you.
Oh, why would you do that? No.
Yeah, okay. Have a day.
That was the equivalent of there's no signal on your cell phone.
Yeah, pretty well. No, he rolled it this time.
Yeah.
That'd be the difference.
I'm gonna head out and cross back over and just kind of hang out in front of the place
Ricky's.
for meeting.
Ricky.
That's what it is.
Ricky,
Ricky's, I'm just
don't
gonna-
lose my number.
Gonna use the gauze to kind of bandage up my arm a bit.
All right.
Oh, but Ricky's might have a book of matches they'd give away with their name on it.
Well, they're not open just yet, so.
Right. But for future reference.
So yeah, poor Diego is sitting out on the stoop, waiting for Ricky's to open, bandaging up his arm, and you hear a rumbling sound from a couple blocks away that sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh, no.
Sounds like a very old car.
Oh, boy.
Carlos.
Fuck. I'm going to look over and I'm going to just jump behind a couple of trash cans.
Okay.
And crouch down.
And sure enough, as soon as you jump behind the trash can and crouch down, you can see through the gap a familiar looking Cadillac rolling by. And it keeps on rolling.
Whew. That was a close one.
Closer than you might think.
And then you
Just to be
feel a
safe.
hand on your shoulder.
I was kidding.
No, you weren't.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
You
Rosa,
didn't
I'm being
know.
assaulted.
Rosa, you're a little disappointed because Harcourt really seems to be into the board games. And maybe now isn't the exact time for this, but he is already unpacked several different board games, is fully explaining all of the rules to you,
Oh, God.
trying to determine which one you might
Yes.
enjoy the most. And
It's so hardcore, though.
it is so hardcore. Yep. And he's drinking his coffee the entire time. He's clearly jacked with caffeine. Just like he's
yeah.
totally into like warp speed here.
Cool it, man. What are you doing?
Chill out, dude. And that's when you hear voices in the corridor just outside the room. You hear Lilith speaking to, you're not even sure who, but she sounds a little bit different than what you've heard her sound like before.
I'm going to whisper at him, Coward, shut up.
Oh God, is that her? Okay. All right.
Shut up.
But anyways,
Anyway,
like,
we start with $100.
so like here you can like jump over the thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
We'd like to roll to punch Harcourt.
I like this. So yeah, go ahead and give me a listen roll to discern most of what Lilith is saying.
Okay. I rolled a 63 over a 25.
All right.
So that is failure.
So due to her wandering up and down, marching up and down angrily in the corridor outside and probably towards the far end of that hallway, and Harcourt unable to help himself, constantly sort of interjecting things about the games, you only get to pick up little brief snatches of what Lilith is saying. And you make out, everything's ruined. Search
So
for I need to give you more information here. Everybody, mobilize. Don't stop looking. And then you hear a number of footfalls. Sounds like maybe a dozen or more people, all departing the mansion hastily.
Okay. So, I would like to crawl as quietly as I can towards the door and look out.
Can you say goo goo gaga as you do it?
Yeah. Go, gaga.
That's all I have to say to you.
So yeah, you carefully crawl, hands and knees, towards the entrance to the room that you're in. Harcourt, again, is right behind you. He's very twitchy because of the caffeine and isn't quite sure what you're doing, but he wants to stay close to you. And you peek around down the hallway to see the brick walls and Otto, along with about 6 or 7 cultists, marching out through the back door.
So
And
they're leaving.
they are leaving. And Lilith, you can see her form. She stands with her hands on her hips, clenches her fists, and produces an unearthly shriek that sounds like and then marches down the stairs to the basement.
Okay. So once everyone's gone, about what time of day is it? Have we
Late
spent
morning.
some time?
Still?
So we haven't spent any time with the board games?
Not a whole lot. I mean, you've spent
Okay.
maybe 30 minutes or so.
Okay. I would like to see if we can sneak into the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah. You guys, Harcourt looks at you questioningly.
And I'm going to
What's
point to
going on?
my pocket with the ho-ho in it.
Oh, okay. We want to get more ho-hos? Is that what you're saying? Okay. This is charades. Okay. 2 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like on the nose. On the nose. Got it.
Well, it's an audio charades. Wait, what?
It's like we're in the future in a
No.
podcast or something. It's weird.
Yeah. I sort of pull the ho-ho out of my pocket. I'm like, no,
Oh.
Harcourt. Let's try to poison them.
Oh God. Oh, I never thought of that. Thank God you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Duh.
Yeah, let's try
Duh.
that. Yeah, why not? I mean, they clearly don't like it, so I
Yeah.
guess at the very least it'll make them
Uh-huh.
feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. How should we do it? What should we put it in?
Well, if there's like I'm hoping there's like a soup pot bubbling or like, preparations for lunch sort of going on, but everyone just left.
Okay. Yeah, let's go check it out. And yeah, so you guys creep down to the kitchen, and I can see both your heads rising up to look through that peephole.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah,
that.
there's a velociraptor there.
Velociraptor. Clever girl.
Click, 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 click.
And yeah, it looks as though this is the sweet spot between breakfast and lunch, where there are maybe some stock or something simmering, some soup base bubbling away on the stove. Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab. He has like a stash of ho-hos, right?
Oh yeah. It's just right over here. And he opens
Okay.
up a cupboard, and inside you see, in the original cardboard packaging, probably 3 cartons of ho-hos. So quite a lot of
Okay.
ho-hos. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try one at first and see how it looks, because I want to try to crumble it into the stock
Yeah.
or whatever, the soup.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And-
You don't want to give it away. Good. Yeah. Makes sense.
Don't want turds floating in there.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's like ketamine. You don't want to like put a whole bunch in there. 'Cause-
Jeez.
Harcourt, what are you
no,
doing?
no. I mean,
You want just a couple of crack rocks, not
yeah,
a whole
just a
bunch of
couple.
crack
I
rocks.
just
Don't you mean horse tranquilizer? It is the 70s.
I mean, if Agatha Christie has taught me anything,
Oh, Agatha.
Harcourt is a board games and Agatha Christie
Absolutely.
aficionado.
That's
You
right.
didn't know that?
Also, I take ivermectin on the reg,
Yeah, right. hmm
just in case he's.
Does
I
ivermectin
regularly
even
have to
exist
stop
yet
him from
in this world?
injecting
It does.
himself with bleach. It's a problem.
Right.
Inject myself with bleach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll crumble up
He
one.
turns
and-
around, there's ivermectin dripping out of his mouth. He's like, what?
Oh shit! I'm producing ivermectin now. Damn it! Oh, it's coming out of my nipples. Oh, this is a whole thing.
I don't want to build Harcourt.
Again.
I mean, he does have nipples.
So you had milk him. But, okay. Okay. So
fuck.
I'm gonna take one of the hose and try to like crumble it up into the soup.
All right. Yeah. And it
Ho-ho
it does a pretty good job. Like, this is a sort of beef stock that's simmering away, and thankfully there's like little chunks of beef and things like that, a little bit of fat and marrow. So, but it doesn't like dissipate as well as you would have liked. You might actually need to like grab a whisk and go at it to try to get it to, dissipate a bit more.
I'm gonna grab a whisk or a wooden spoon or something.
Okay.
And see if I
Start
can
beating
like stir a
Harcourt.
little bit. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you grab a whisk and start whisking away, and
A whisk.
a whisk.
I'll crumble for you.
I'll crumble for you. And so I don't know. What do you guys think? What kind of roll would that be?
Churn.
Churn. I'm looking on
Two,
Rose's
three,
season,
character sheet, see if there's like any kind of thing that might, because there's
really
no cook
isn't
roll.
like anything related
No.
to cooking.
Psychoanalysis.
Well, I'm thinking like, is there like some sort of chemistry or
It'd be first aid or medicine.
medicine's a bit
Yeah,
is a
that's
bit much there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Also
okay,
sleight of
I
hand.
guess really sleight of hand. Yeah, that's kind of is
Cooking.
the best thing I can think of that might
No, it's
be.
not too bad.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. So sleight of hand, I think, is what we want.
How about like track?
No, yeah, probably not track. No.
Okay.
Track
keep
your
track of
movement
those
in
pieces?
the
If
soup.
you have any other thing
Mhm.
that you think might be better than speak
Language
up.
Spanish?
No. I think it is
Dexterity.
because you're trying to hide something,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Disguise.
I tried.
and your
That's right.
cooking roll is
Disguise the
1.
ho-ho.
So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Try it sleight of hand, I guess.
Sleight of hand.
good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. 73 out of 10.
Yeah.
So that's a fail.
So I would think, you stir this in and you're like, well, I guess it could be beef. Those could be bits and bobs and blobs of beef in there. So hope
Mhm.
for the best.
Yeah. I hope. Maybe.
Yeah.
Got some carrots and celery up and stick it in there.
Now let's see if I would like to listen for any of the people coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't hear them, I want to try to sneak into the chapel.
Okay. You don't hear anything, actually. You hear everything is very silent.
Mm-hmm.
I tumble for you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try to sneak back into the chapel, and I want to see if there's anyone in there watching CC.
There is nobody in there.
Okay. I am going to run up to CC and try to untie the rope.
All right. So you rush towards the dais where the rood is erected and she is bound.
So rude.
You pass the line on the
bondages might be
floor
our
that
kink, you
says
never
do
know.
not pass and jump onto the dais to begin struggling with the ropes. And Harcourt is watching you the entire time and also trying to keep an eyeball out.
Mm-hmm.
as you do this. And you untie her. And she slumps
Yay!
into your arms, naked
And afraid.
and afraid. And she regains consciousness, and her head resting on your shoulder whispers, "Thank you."
Yeah, let's get out of here. Okay. So I'm going to try to, can she walk at all, or am I completely dragging her?
She has a bit of strength left. Her feet and arms are very numb. So you are
Yeah.
helping her. And as soon as Harcourt sees the two of you struggling, he jumps up to help on the other side. So the two of you are on either side of.
Yeah.
And Harcourt also manages to grab a tapestry that was draped over some of the pews and puts it over her shoulders to cover her body.
Nice. Yeah. So, the closest doors, the doors that I saw the people go out of were the back
Smart.
doors, right?
Yes, they were sort of in the a little bit different direction. Yep, and there is a double doors that lead out of the chapel. That's where they brought you in initially. That lead outside.
Okay. So I'm going to say, "Come on, guys," and I'm going to gesture and move as quickly as I can towards the front doors.
All right. So yeah, you guys move quickly towards the front door out of the chapel. And we'll pick up with Ben. Are we with Ben or Diego? I can't remember who's next.
Probably me if you want to be. If that's too close to Rosa, then you can go to
No.
Diego.
I'm like
Okay.
trying to, what was the rotation? I think
I'm
it was-
next.
You're next. So yeah, we'll go with you. So yeah, you've witnessed this promotional video for whatever reason, and have memorized the yeah. So
And I was heading down to the third floor.
yeah, so you go down to the third floor, and it's a very odd floor because you guys basically just move through it. So you can see some rooms down one hallway, but then stairs going down to the next level as well.
Okay. I'm going to kind of just do a stroll around the third floor just to look around a bit and see what's here. If there's a theater on the fourth floor, there's got to be something cool on the third floor.
Yeah, you would think so, but it's a bit creepy because you open up one door and it's a long corridor, more of a long chamber filled with mannequins, all dressed up in strange garb from different centuries, different decades, different eras. And they all appear to be looking directly at you.
Are any of them attractive with red hair?
No, they are actually all bald.
Hey! I'm like, nope, shut that door. And I turn around and I'm heading towards the staircase to go down to the second floor.
And as you do so, you're pretty sure you heard something scraping within that chamber.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit. Under my breath, I'm like, nope.
And yeah, so you head down to the second floor. And again, it's kind of a very similar layout where the stairs continue along to the ground floor, but there's a long corridor with doors on either side.
And I'm like, I better not.
Nice.
And I'm just going to keep going down.
All right. And yeah, so you head down, and for a moment, you're not quite sure what to do because the corridor heads off in different directions. You see what clearly looks like there's probably a kitchen down there with some sort of door that you can kind of see is partially open and has a staircase going down. Down at the other end, there's a bunch of rooms that don't have doors, but are sort of open, and then another archway that looks very ornate, and maybe even has like some crosses and a religious.
Okay.
We won't go that far, but has some strange symbols on the archway.
Like it's an important entrance.
Yeah. And you're pretty sure you hear Harcourt's voice whispering to somebody. Oh, I got her. Don't just shift her over this way.
Come on, let's get to the door. We just gotta get to the door.
I quickly but quietly, you know how you can walk that heel to toe where you're trying to be quiet, but you quick walk?
I quick walk, but I usually do it like in the bathtub.
In the bathtub?
Yeah, just, heel toe.
You're going to fall and die.
Heel toe. Underwater.
I'm going to do that over to that entrance, but I'm going to stick to the side of the entrance and just peer in to see if I really hear Harcourt's voice.
And
if it's Harcourt.
You are shocked to see Rosa and Harcourt to either side of Cece, making their way in the world today. Takes everything.
Making their way downtown,
including
making their way toward a set of double doors that clearly leads outside. You can see beyond the windows. It's the outdoors.
To the wall. Oh,
the sweat drops down there.
I'm going to. I'm going to say Harcourt's name, but I'm going to try to whisper it, but it's going to come out with a crack of my voice. Harcourt!
And Harcourt looks behind him. Oh, Ben, come on. We gotta get out of here, man.
What is going on?
We'll explain later. Just come on. We gotta get out of here.
Okay. I'm going to rush up behind them and try to help where I can. I'm going to get the doors while they're helping Cece.
All right. Yep. So yeah, it's quite clear that Rosa is, doing her best to help support Cece, but is sort of flagging a bit in her strength.
Okay.
So you quickly come up and take that side of Cece to alleviate Rosa's burden.
Yep.
And Harcourt reaches out and opens the door, and the door swings open wide, and you can see a long expanse of estate grounds beyond. There's a short flight of staircase, stone steps that lead out to what appears to be the back part of the estate. And in the distance, about a football field away, you can see the same fieldstone fence that you saw, the barrier that you came in. So yeah.
Guys, I think there's a car around front. I came here in a convertible. But hold on, Harcourt, hold on. Hold Cece up.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around and...
Jeez, she's so happy. Jeez, I should put that tapestry on her. Oh, God.
Made of lead.
I'll come around the other side and...
I'm going to just I'm going to shut the double doors. That's all I'm doing. Then I'm coming right back to help Cece.
Okay. And so Ben, I'm trying to get the logistics of this proper. So you open up the doors, you see in the distance the barrier.
Yeah.
And
you want me to go from there? I can go from there.
Well, so from there, you see the barrier in the distance. So Ben turns around to close the doors.
After we step out, of course. But
yes. So
no interfaces.
So Ben and Harcourt and Cece step out.
Yep.
And Ben turns around, leaving Harcourt with the burden for a moment as he tries to shut the door when he realizes that Rosa is still standing inside.
Oh, Rosa, come on.
And Rosa, for some reason, you try as hard as you possibly can, but your foot will not step outside the bounds of the doorway. And
I would like to whip out my hoe.
that's when you feel something squirming in your finger that nicked the lockpick.
Oh, I would like to look at that finger.
You look at the finger and you see the just tiny pinprick of where you had cut your finger is a black tendril slowly seeping down beneath your skin.
I am going to attempt to like squeeze it out. You know, like you do a splinter.
All right. We'll leave you there for a minute.
Or a tick.
Okay. Yeah. Pitbull.
Diego. So you just saw the Cadillac roll by and a hand clamped on your shoulder, and it's Lindsay. Hey, what are you doing out here?
Oh, thank God. Whew. I
What,
thought it was
what?
somebody else. It was
Who?
you know what? I might have done something a bit impulsive.
What's that? Is that a movie? Is that from Odeon?
No, it's from somebody else.
Okay.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have like a lighter or some matches on you, would you?
No, but I think probably Ricky's does. We can get some. What's going on? You look white as a ghost.
He's out of blood.
He'd been bleeding out this whole time.
It's a whole long story. Look, I need to destroy this thing as soon as I
Okay.
can. I don't know if you've ever been around movies
Yeah.
when it goes wrong, but nitrocellulose, that this is printed on, burns like a motherfucker.
Oh, what is it?
It's a movie.
Uh,
But it's a movie that was made by a bad person.
okay. And
Like look, if I say this whole thing, you're gonna think I'm crazy.
well, I mean, you want to burn it, so that sounds a little crazy.
Well, yeah, it's for everyone's protection. There's probably gonna be some people looking for this, and I really don't want them to have it.
Okay. Well, is there maybe like something on there that might help against those people? I mean, I'm thinking here like a reporter. That's the way we're taught. Where we're writing investigative stories down at the LA whatever time thing.
A paper thing.
The
paper
Timeshare, the LA
newspaper.
timeshare.
The LA timeshares. I mean, is that really the safest thing to do? Is just destroy it? Well, do you even know what's on it?
Well, it's a movie called The Ninth Session.
Okay. Why do you think it's dangerous?
Oh boy. Look, can we go somewhere a little more private before we talk about this? Like I said.
Like a booth at Ricky's? They're just opening up right now. We can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's perfect timing. We're going to meet my aunt Lilith.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hungry as shit. So let's go talk it out.
Get hungry.
Shit's hungry, man.
All right, lead the way.
Okay, come on. And she leads the way into Ricky's and grabs a booth and is constantly like keeping eyes on the film reel And she's like, so I did some research. It sounds like the cops are looking out for you guys, you and Ben both.
That's what I was afraid of.
I mean, you guys your bodies weren't among the bodies that they found, and they're wondering how you did what you did. So, I mean, what are we getting into this time?
I'm gonna take a quick look around to make sure there isn't anybody who's like paying really close attention to us.
Go ahead and give me a spot hit.
Give it to
There
me.
it is. I needed a 59. I rolled an 83. That's a failure.
So yeah, there's absolutely nobody. There's hardly anybody in here. There's like a couple
Right.
regulars and the regular waitress and whatnot. But yeah,
And Ricky's there.
and Ricky's there. She's got her number. And yeah, dude, why are
Okay.
you so paranoid? I mean, I get it. You're probably gonna have to go underground after all this, but I'm just not making the connection between you
Okay.
and Ben
I'm-
in the prison thing and then this film. What?
So it started not too long ago. Okay, back at Odeon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and summarize this for you here real quick. Harcourt was supposed to clean up a theater space on one of the top floors. He ended
Oh,
up finding
boy.
a reel of film. We ended up watching said reel of film. It looked like it was from a partially shot movie that was never released, or we learned that it was a partially shot movie that was never released called Seance 9. Long story short, they're doing some sort of scene where they're working with a psychic medium and there's a Luigi board. And they go to use it and something bad happens and the person that was playing the medium turns into some sort of weird creature and there was blood and people died and it was a mess.
And my dad
then
was
the
in it.
film spontaneously combusted. So we went and we asked about it because we thought, it's kind of weird. But every time we went to talk to somebody who was a part of the film, we went and we looked at the director who's dead. We went and we talked to the camera guy who shortly thereafter was dead. And look, every single time we went and we talked to somebody about this movie, immediately after we talked to them about this movie, they wound up dead, which is what scares me. Because we now know more about this thing than anybody else. And whoever is behind what's going on clearly doesn't want anybody else to know.
Okay. So
we-
is that the movie?
No, so this is called the 9th session. I mean, Seance 9, 9th session. You
Sounds
kinda
yeah,
get-
same.
So Harcourt's been acting weird lately. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, but he's weird.
But weirder than normal. Like he
Uh-huh.
refused to eat ho-hos. Weird.
Now that is weird.
Yeah. And then he just up and disappeared to somewhere. So we've been digging into this movie here, the Seance movie.
Uh-huh.
And right as we were starting to gather some information, we start seeing posters and billboards and ads for this new one that I have right here. It's something to do with, and I'm going to pull the notes that I pulled from the theater out of my pocket. Something about someone named Lilith, something or another, and I'm going to hand them to her.
Oh, yeah, I see it here. Lilith Devereaux. Oh, she's like hot stuff right now, right? She's like booked for a couple different movies and
Yeah, this is her premiere. Or
okay.
it was. I kind of stole it from the theater.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you know what? It's funny you say that because they said that the premiere was going to be tonight at Star Theater. Is that the movie?
Do you really want me to answer that? I mean, 2 words: plausible deniability.
Boy, you have really done it this time.
Yeah, but you see,
Oh,
I
boy.
got look. This thing gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, it's bad vibes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's not too late you could just anonymously drop it someplace and let them have it back to call them?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in the trash can with a match.
Well, but why? I mean, it's just a
Whatever
movie,
is
right?
on here, whatever's on here, whoever made this, they are willing to kill to keep its secrets, both of the past and whatever this is. And I don't know about you, but I've never met a person who goes around killing people from their past to be a good guy.
All right, you have a point. All right, listen very carefully, okay? I am going to scream. When I do, go out the front door, okay?
Okay, if you say so.
There is a gentleman who just came in the back way, and he does not look friendly.
I told you people were going to be looking for me when I took this.
Okay, meet me at,
matchbook.
if we were able
This
to,
place.
meet me at Star Theater
Oh boy.
tonight.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to count to 3 and then run.
All right, and I'm going to kind of slide over to the edge of the booth and just plant one
3,
foot ready to go.
2, and she screams. Give me a luck roll to find a book of matches at the table.
I needed a 47. I rolled an 89. That's a failure.
So you look quickly towards the shaker of Parmesan and red pepper flakes at the end of the table, salt and pepper, and wipes for your hands. And unfortunately, it looks like someone took the last of the matchbooks. But that's when you hear the footsteps directly behind you, and you know it's time to run. And you do so.
I think I've been practicing my cardio.
You ready for a chase scene?
Yeah. As Lindsay's scream erupts in the small confines of Ricky's.
Parkour.
And you parkour your way out the front door.
No, not hardcore. Parkour.
You're going to hardcore your way to our, our hearts.
Then I'd like trip and fall over everything on the way out.
Full of ho-hos.
All right. Thank you for listening to tape 9 of Case 17, Seance 9. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider writing a review on the podcast platform of your choice. Also, subscribe to our live streams at twitch.tv/LovecraftTapes or youtube.com/LovecraftTapes. Want to drop us a note of devotion? Please visit lovecrafttapes.com anytime to send a letter from beyond via our contact form. We don't have any fresh letters today, so we'll move along.
Aww.
As always, the Lovecraft Tapes is brought to you in part by our generous supporters on patreon.com/LovecraftTapes. So thank you to all those folks. Next episode, we'll probably be shouting you guys out. So stay tuned for that. Would you like to deepen our relationship? Chat with me, the cast members, and other fans in real time at discord.lovecrafttapes.com.
And if anybody wants to join me in my sprinting bus-a-thon, really tour the public transit systems here in 1970s Los Angeles, we can meet up and do that. Just let me know where you are. You can find me on Mastodon and Blue Sky at The Real Weird Kid.
And if anyone has any advice for cutting off fingers, that'd be nice. That'd be lovely.
Use something sharp.
Yeah. Dull and rusty.
Yeah. So if you have any advice, not really. Please don't tell me about cutting off your fingers. But do drop me a note at my Linktree, Linktree/Lupine Vendetta, all one word. And I am streaming tomorrow on my own channel, on my own Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Lupine_Vendetta. And I'm playing another solo RPG. So feel free to drop into the chat and hang out with me while I run around like a chicken with my head cut off. Because that's what I do.
Woo!
Woo.
I would like to first off thank the LA Bus Council for supporting tonight's podcast. I really do appreciate it. And if you could reach out to me at lovecrafttapes.com and drop a note about how much you appreciate buses, I'd appreciate that.
Buses. Until next time, roll for matchbooks. I got the matches, you got the flame. No, wait, that's not it at all.
I like it, though.
It actually works.
It did.
All right, guys. Thank you to everybody who watched tonight. That would be Phoenix Black. So appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll see you next time, and we'll
see you.
We'll
later.
see you soon for shows.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, and adios to you all.